Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today we're diving into The Man Who Laughs by Victor Hugo, an often overlooked gem that's as haunting as it is poetic. Written in the shadow of Les Misérables, this novel is less about revolutionary France and more about the twisted cruelty of fate, the spectacle of suffering, and the strange ways love can bloom in darkness. It's Gothic, grotesque, tragic, and unforgettable. Let's explore this novel so you'll feel like you have read it cover to cover. The story begins in 17th century England, in a world of nobility and peasants, cruel jesters, and heartless kings. A mysterious boy named Gwynplaine is abandoned on a snowy night, his face disfigured into a permanent grin, carved into a hideous smile by a group called the Comprachicos, who mutilate children to amuse the aristocracy. Alone in the freezing wilderness, Gwynplaine stumbles upon a blind baby girl clutched in her dead mother's arms. He rescues her, and together they are taken in by Ursus, a kind but grumpy old philosopher, and his pet wolf, Homo. Ursus raises the two children in his caravan. He names the girl Dea, Latin for goddess, and the boy grows into a man who becomes famous as the laughing man in a traveling show. Gwynplaine, with his grotesque grin, draws crowds, but the public sees only a freak. Only Dea, blind to his physical appearance, sees the beauty of his soul. And Gwynplaine loves her deeply, yet he is tormented by the idea that if she could ever see his face, she would be repulsed. But fate is not done playing cruel games. In a dramatic twist, Gwynplaine discovers that he is not a pauper, but the rightful heir to a noble title. His father was a rebel noble executed for defying the king, and Gwynplaine was mutilated to erase the bloodline. Now the secret is out, and suddenly this man who has known nothing but ridicule and love in shadows is dragged into the glittering, poisonous court of Queen and in the House of Lords. There, he meets Duchess Georgiana, a proud and lustful noblewoman betrothed to Gwynplaine's title, but not yet his wife. She is drawn to him, not despite his deformity, but because of it. For Georgiana, Gwynplaine is a living rebellion against the hypocrisy of the aristocracy. And while she seduces him, he is repelled by her cruelty, unable to reconcile the world of Dea's pure love with the court's callous spectacle. As he enters Parliament, Gwynplaine delivers one of the most powerful speeches in Hugo's writing, a plea for justice, equality, and the dignity of the poor. But the lords mock him. He realizes that power changes nothing if the heart remains blind. And in the most heart-wrenching moment, he abandons the title, the wealth, and the court to return to Dea. But tragedy, ever Hugo's companion, is waiting. Gwynplaine finds Dea on her deathbed. She had been waiting for him, sensing his inner anguish. They reunite, and she dies in his arms, never knowing what he looked like, but loving him completely. And then, with nothing left to hold him, Gwynplaine walks into the sea. The Man Who Laughs is a dark meditation on identity, suffering, and the grotesque theater of society. Gwynplaine's smile is no joke. It's a scar left by cruelty, a mask he cannot remove, a metaphor for how the world laughs at pain. But it's also a tale of unwavering love, of seeing the soul beneath the surface, and of choosing truth over power. So if you've ever felt like the world judged you for how you appear and not who you are, Hugo's tragic hero may feel close to home. This book reminds us that the heart sees more clearly than the eyes, and that love, when real, doesn't blink. Thanks for joining me today on Book Summary 5. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, happy reading.